We are live, baby. We are live. Live in the break, live in the break, live in the break, live in the break. It's your boy, always real, never fake. Back in the building. Shout out to all my channel members and supporters. This is basically to speak about this Catch 21 from T-Mobile. I put up the video first. I felt like I wanted to make the video first and then the live stream. This Catch 21 by T-Mobile is disgusting. That's why they say if something seems too good to be true, it's because it is. So shout out to Christian once again and to the person that I don't know who it is that posted it on Reddit. Okay, so T-Mobile gives you zero upfront. So even the taxes are included on your finance with well-qualified customers, of course, if your credit is good. But the crazy shit is, right? The crazy shit is that mind boggles me is that it says zero interest for limited time. Zero interest for limited time. So what does that mean? That T-Mobile at any point can charge you interest on that device and those taxes that you did not pay up front. So now I see why T-Mobile didn't add the 36 months financing to business because business customers would cancel if they was to do something like that. And they're not going to try to mess with Fortune 500 companies. You know what I'm saying? Like companies that have 500 lines, 1,000 lines, 20,000 lines. They're not going to mess with that. So that's the real reason why they didn't add 36 months financing to business. And I'm staying as a business customer because why the fudge if I'm paying interest on my credit cards right now, right? Which that's why I'm trying to pay them down faster because the more I pay down, the less interest I got to pay. T-Mobile's going to try to put a credit card move on us and do 36 months financing with zero up front, but then later on in the fine print, it says that they could charge you interest on the phone. So on the money that you finance, they could charge you 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%, whatever they want because it's not on the fine print. You know what I'm saying? They could come up with the excuse saying, well, we never said how much interest we were going to charge. And then when you try to sue them, now with the new terms and conditions, you can't sue T-Mobile. You cannot sue them. So you're screwed. Come on, Christy. So you're screwed. So you can't sue T-Mobile. That's another thing. You can't sue them. And they could come with the excuse saying, well, they should have read the fine print. So if you make an FCC complaint, then like, did you guys read the fine print? The reason why T-Mobile got sued now is because in their own fine print, the price lock guarantee for 5 years is there. That's the only reason. So now that they don't have a precise, amount that they're going to charge you on interest, they could charge you whatever they want. So T-Mobile can legally charge you guys whatever they want on interest on the 36 months financing. So that means if they want to charge 15%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, I know they wouldn't charge you 50% because they would shoot themselves in the foot. I can imagine T-Mobile's going to start charging people that take advantage of this 36 months financing anywhere from 15 to like 25% in interest. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like this live stream was really important. The video is really important. You have to watch it all the way through so you can see it. Of course, I'm not live streaming on the computer, so I can't show you the video. You can't do that on mobile. You can only do that on a PC. On a PC, you can do that. I could open up a second screen and show you guys the video that I made. You know, so I just think I couldn't wait till I woke up to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? I might do a live stream later on. Of course, I'll do another live stream later on. And I'll send invitations out. You know, because I feel like this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like T-Mobile actually, doing a catch 22. So that's why it's important for you guys to read the terms and conditions of these carriers. It's crazy. It is insane. T-Mobile saying, "No, we're better than AT&T. We're better than Verizon." Sure, you are. First, you take long as hell to come out with 36 months financing. Then, when you come out with it, it's not like Verizon and AT&T that you can get the 36-month financing or whatever plan. T-Mobile revamped and made new plans for the 36 months financing, and this is why they made new plans. You know why? Because legally, they can't add interest to plans that were built without interest. So that means the regular experience, like the one that I got, experience more on business or experience beyond, those old plans that were grandfathered, they was able to add this Flex 36, but legally they wouldn't be able to add the interest without causing a lawsuit. So T-Mobile, that was the whole point of coming out with these new plans. They made it sound good. Oh yeah, Experience More 2.0, Experience Saver 2.0, Experience Essentials 2.0, Experience Beyond 2.0, Experience More 2.0, so they could stick it to you. So they could charge you interest. Because on the fine print, it says it limited time offer only for 36 months financing without a interest charge. So now T-Mobile's playing the credit card game. You know what I'm saying? So if you get this 36 months financing, if you were one of the people that switched over, I feel bad for you. I would argue with them to put you back on the 24 months financing. And I'm glad I didn't switch my mom and my brother over to the, Essentials Saver 2.0, which I was going to do that today. And I'm glad Christian sent me this information. And I'm glad that whoever posted it on Reddit, you are awesome. Because this is something serious. Charging interest on a 36 months financing on a cell phone. That is crazy. So basically, they're trying to do what Klarna does. So just in case you guys think that you're not going to pay interest on Klarna financing, yes, the fuck you are. Klarna charges you interest. Afterpay charges you interest. Affirm, I guess it depends. It depends if they got that offer or not. They'll let you know up front if you're going to pay interest. But T-Mobile to say that zero APR, zero interest is a limited time offer for the 36 months financing, it's crazy. So for the other people that don't get the 36 months financing now, you will be paying interest on 36 months financing, which just blows my mind right now. I'm serious, it just blows my mind. And I don't know why people are leaving. Like, this is important. Hello, this is important. You feel me? One thing is you being a T-Mobile fanboy, and another thing is you getting mad because I'm exposing the truth about the 36 months financing. I don't want to hear this. I'm leaving Alex's live stream. T-Mobile's my favorite carrier, and he's making them look bad. They are making their subs look bad. And of course, why do I got the board of directors on the thumbnail? Because they're the ones who made this decision. You see how the new CEO has turned T-Mobile for the worse, right? When Mike Seberg was here, we still had zero APR for 24 months. Now it's limited time offer, zero APR. So for the people that don't know, because you don't have credit cards, zero APR means zero interest. Okay? Interest is what the banks charge you when you owe them a lot of money and you pay the minimum. And even if you don't pay the minimum, if you owe them a lot of money, you're going to owe a lot of money in interest. So they charge interest on that top, on the money you owe them. Whether it's a loan, a credit card, a car payment, it doesn't matter. you pay interest. On your mortgage, you pay interest. It might be low if you got good credit, you might get 2%, 3% interest. And if you got bad credit, you'll get anywhere from, I don't know, 8 to 10 to 12% interest on $300,000. Just do the math. All you got to do is put 0.12 times 300,000 and you get the math. You know, percentage is not that hard to map out. So that is the catch 22 on this new thing that I was calling T-Mobile uncarrier on. Well, you know, I'm a fool. I'm a fool for even thinking that T-Mobile was going to do uncarrier moves like this. I am a big fool, and I'm admitting it. You know, I wanted to have it. Remember, I was about to crash out on T-Mobile, and I'm glad now that I know. So shout out to that person on Reddit, because I don't even know who you are, that posted the terms and conditions, because I wasn't going to go to through the terms and conditions to find that out. But I'm glad you did, bro. I'm glad people on Reddit that watch me are listening to me. And when I say you should read the terms and conditions so you can know what the fudge you're getting yourself into. And this person was smart and intelligent and did it. You know, is T-Mobile going to be happy with me with this? No, but I don't care, because I'm here for you guys. I don't care about a board of directors. That these people are freaking millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So the same people that are taking jobs away from human beings in T-Mobile and choosing AI over human beings is the same people that are screwing, I will say, you guys over, because I'm not a postpaid customer, I'm a business customer. You know, screwing you guys over by charging you interest on a 36 months finance. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people are going to crash out? A whole bunch. Yo, why am I paying more now for this 36? I thought it said zero APR. Yeah, did you read the terms and conditions? No. Well, let me school you on something. Let's go through the terms and conditions. Go to tmobile.com. Okay. Go to terms and conditions for 36 months financing. Okay. What do you see there? I see here it says limited time offer for 36 months APR. Okay, so what is this supposed to mean? I don't know what this means. Well, I can tell you don't own a credit card. I guess you got your credit up by buying a car. That's what you did? Yeah. Okay, yeah, then that's why you don't know shit about credit. Okay, so you never owned a credit card, right? Yeah, no, I never know. Just paid multiple cards off. Okay, so that's why your credit is good. Okay, so let me explain something to you. Zero APR is the interest that you're gonna pay on the amount that you finance. When it says zero APR, that means you're going to pay zero interest on $1,500 for this iPhone. Or if it comes down to the Fold Ultra, the iPhone Fold Ultra, which is going to cost anywhere from $3,000 to $3,500. Well, it said you were going to pay zero interest on this $3,000. But guess what? Since it said limited time offer, and probably, they didn't write it on there. But, T-Mobile could be shady and like they did with the 5-year price lock guarantee and say, well, this doesn't benefit us. And I'm not talking about T-Mobile, I'm talking about the board of directors. Let's charge these people interest after 1 year. Sir, you think that's smart? Do you want to get fired or not? Okay, I'm the CEO or whatever you want, man. Look, guys, I'm sorry to tell you guys, the customers are going to call you guys and crash out, but just let them know that this, shit is subject to change. So, but sir, these customers are going to pay how much? 15% of $3,000 in interest. 15%, that is a lot, sir, on $3,000. I know, but hey, the board of directors, that's what they want. I'm their puppet. I don't want to get fired. And then, I don't got the other phone on me, so you guys could do the math. You guys could do the math right now. Just put 0.15 times 3,000. And that'll tell you how much interest you would have to pay T-Mobile. But that's easy because I could just go downstairs. My mom's phone's downstairs. Give me a second. go downstairs. Here we go. Here goes her. Oh shit, she never put it to charge. She's gonna mess up this phone. I thought she put it to charge. No, I don't want to put battery saver on. Where's her calculator? It's not here. And I don't know how to look for a calculator on a freaking Samsung Galaxy. I forgot how to mess with droids. Mine's I just pull my tab down and it's there. Okay, it's right here. Found it. So let's just do that. 0.15 times 3,000. That is $450 T-Mobile would be able to charge you on an interest. So you will no longer just owe $3,000. You would owe $3,450 in layman's terms. Okay. So that way people that don't know about credit could actually learn something today. Because I understand, my nephew's credit is immaculate. It's because he's paid a whole bunch of cars. He's never owned a credit card. So when he talks to me, I'm like, bro, you don't know nothing about interest. He was like, yeah, you're right, Uncle Alex, because all I bought was cars. Yeah, I know. So you don't own a credit card. Get yourself a credit card. Don't overspend, and you'll learn about interest. And he sure as hell did learn about interest when he read the terms and conditions of the Bank of America Black Card. He learned that he had one of the lowest, I think it was like 10%. It was like 10 or 15% interest on the $25,000 they gave him as a credit limit. So just think about that. $3,000 on T-Mobile on interest is $450. Imagine that 10%, which is 10 cents of each dollar, okay, to make it easier for you guys. 10 cents of each dollar. Imagine it being, let's say he maxes out his credit card. 10 cents for each dollar of that $25,000 credit limit. So basically 15% is 15 cents. Okay. Just like when you go to a store and it says, oh, 15% off, 20% off. That's 20 cents, 15 cents. 50% off is 50 cents off of each dollar. So T-Mobile charges you 15 cents for each dollar of $3,000 is $450. Okay. I might not be the best reader, but good Lord, I know my motherfucking math. Okay. So just know that that's what you're getting yourself into when you're financing one of these phones. Okay. And if you're already stuck, well, good luck to you. Right now that it says this limited time offer, I would say if you already got it, you might as well finance. And if you really want T-Mobile, then do the 36 months financing now. Because after that limited time offer is dead, everybody that's new to T-Mobile is going to have to pay that 15 or 10 or whatever the hell they want, a percentage and interest they want to charge you depending on how much your phone is. Okay. And I'm gonna stay on the business side where I keep paying 0% on the interest. Because imagine, I would have been getting raped right now and that's a figure of speech to determine the amount of interest that I would have to pay T-Mobile. Because imagine, I got a 1 terabyte iPhone 17 Pro, so that's $1,500. So imagine $1,500 at 15% is half of that would be 250. It's easy math. 3,000 was 450. 1,500 would be half. 1,500 and 1,500 is 3,000. So I would pay $250 in interest. So in total, my phone would be $1,750 plus the taxes I had to pay on the 17 Pro, which were $70 and no, I'm sorry, it was like $85.50. So that would be like a total of like almost $2,000. All right, because 750 plus 85, that's eight something. So almost $2,000 because of the interest. But since that's not in my terms and conditions, because I'm a business customer and T-Mobile would screw their money up with business, they don't like to mess with their business accounts. They don't do that. They only do that to postpaid. So, like I said, it's crazy. It's really crazy that the board of directors decided to do this. I'm not going to say T-Mobile. I'm going to say the board of directors. And that's how I'm going to talk about these carriers from now on. When Verizon or AT&T do something, I'm going to be like the board of directors. And I'm going to have different AI thumbnails for every carrier. Okay? Like I said before, the AI thumbnails are not the ones like I said yesterday, not taking people's jobs away. What's taking people's jobs away are these board of directors that are choosing AI generation over a human being because they save a lot of money. And that's the facts. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody on subreddit that understood, because right now I'm not cursing, that understood my point of view and understood that AI has nothing to do with the job losses, is actually the board of directors. They chose to create these AIs to take these jobs. It wasn't Gemini or ChatGPT. Okay? You can't blame shit on things, on features that are meant for your phone, for people's jobs. Because it's like I said yesterday, these things, I never had, Siri was never a real human being. I could go on the 4S when you would have to hit the button and hold it down for like a couple of seconds. Do do do. Hey, Alex, it's me, Jessica. I'm Siri right now. How can I help you? Yeah, Jessica, I need directions. I need you to put them on my iPhone. Yeah, no problem. Where are you trying to go? California. Okay, setting directions now. So it's not taking nobody's job. Okay. ChatGPT and Gemini and Grok and these AIs are not taking nobody's job. Okay. That big company from next to China is the one creating the AI that are replacing the IVR systems, that are replacing the people's jobs because the board of directors said so. Okay. The board of directors are the ones who run the show. Okay, so I appreciate all the people that are, liking my post now on Reddit. I don't feel ridiculed no more. I got a lot of people from the Cell Mapper uh crew that like me and actually are liking my posts. They're not downing my page no more. I appreciate all the people that took their downs, their what is it called? Karma? Yeah, karma. They took their karma dislikes away. I had 35 before I started that live stream yesterday, and after the live stream I had 19. So a lot of people seeing from Reddit that I'm not a bad person just because I'm using AI generated um images. One thing don't have nothing to do with another. You know what I'm saying? So AI on your phone has nothing to do with AI taking people's jobs at T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T, because that's a decision that's made by people that make more money than me, you, and any fucking big YouTuber on this platform. There's no YouTuber on this platform that has millions of dollars. There's no well, maybe I would say maybe Mr. Beast. Maybe Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast pockets are huge. So maybe Mr. Beast, I would say Mr. Beast has kind of like the same bank account as one of these corporate decision makers that are board of directors. He would be the only one I could say on this platform. Everybody else, and Mr. Beast doesn't do tech, he does other shit. But in this tech space, there's nobody like Mr. Beast or like these board of directors. So remember, just because YouTubers decide to use AI to do thumbnails, that does not mean that we're taking people's jobs away and we should not be ridiculed for it. Okay? That's the board of directors' choice. And like I said yesterday, you know, um, nobody should have just started hating me for it. You should ask me. Just because I use Siri a lot, the little microphone on my phone to write things. And sometimes I got the iOS 27 update, so it glitches out and it'll put micro cells that a macro cell, and it'll spell cell with an S instead of a C. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be ridiculed for that. You know what I'm saying? You should just get to know me and be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go to his channel and see how this guy really is. You know what I'm saying? Because I treat people with respect. I'm serious. I respect people that respect me. But you got to understand, I have a stressful job. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing that I want to do is argue on Reddit. That's not what I went on Reddit for. I went on Reddit to share my knowledge and my perspective on the tech world. That's all I did. I didn't go on there to make enemies. You know what I'm saying? And that's facts. That's the truth. So just know that from now on, look at the video that I made. Zero down doesn't mean zero down. Zero down, yeah, zero out of pocket, but not zero on interest, not zero on APR. APR is interest on every dollar spent. Okay. I should know because I owed $50,000 in credit card debt. And right now I'm at $5,000. So you see? So your boy Alex RAwTAlk knows what the fuck he's talking about. Somebody that owes 50,000 in credit card debt and brings it down to 5,000, it's somebody that knows what the fuck they're talking about. And I'm sorry for cursing, but this channel is not for little kids. So, if you're not 18 or older, or at least 16 and older, I would say, people hear people curse every day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you guys know I'm just passionate about my work. So I just think this is a very important live stream. Seriously, I think this is a very important live stream. And this is how these people laugh at us, at the customers, the board of directors. We got him. We got him. Did you make sure you put in the fine print that the 36 months financing APR, it's limited time? Yes, I did, sir. I did. I put it all over T-Mobile page and make it in small print, really small, so they could hardly see it. I did that, sir. Make it to where they almost need a freaking magnifying glass to see it. I did. Okay, good. I'm glad. We're gonna make more money than AT&T and Verizon put together. Like I said, they're Dr. Evil. I'm pretty sure there's 2 or 3 on the board of directors that don't agree with this. But let's say when the board of directors has 6, 12, however members, I would have to Google it to find out how many members are on the board of director for each company because I've never done that shit. But let's say there's 8. And when there's 3, right? And then you got 5 other people that are against you, they're going to win. If let's say me, Carlos, and Sneed were board of directors at T-Mobile, and we're like, yo, I don't think this is cool. I don't think they're going to go for it. This is going to leave a bad taste on customers. AT&T and Verizon, me and Sneed and Carlos talked about it. AT&T and Verizon don't do this. We're also here in the board of directors, and we feel like we should have a say-so. Okay, we'll vote on it. Whoever votes yes, votes yes, and whoever votes no, votes no. And if you guys lose, you, Sneed and Carlos, Alex, then you guys just have to suck it up. Okay, fine. Okay, so it's 5-3. Majority winners. All right, go ahead, man. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. I think it's gonna come back to bite us in the ass, but it's okay. This is what you guys want to do. This is what you guys want to do. Yeah, so go ahead, man. You heard them. But majority vote, they beat us. Added in the fine print. Subject to change, and for the new customers, they'll just be paying interest and on financing their device. So that means anything that you finance for 36 months will have interest, whether it's AirPods, whether it's a speaker, whether it's a freaking iPad, whatever you finance for 36 months will have interest on it at one point. Okay? And depending on how much interest it is, you'll know. When it hits your account and you're like, yo, how come I'm paying more now? I was just paying 115 and now it's 150 and $125. Where did this $10 difference come from? Well, we just added the interest that you accumulated. So due to the interest that you gotta pay for the next 36 months, because they're not gonna hit you with a $450 bill. They'll break that 450 for the ultra. Let's say you pay 3,000, like I said. They'll break that 450 into the 36 months financing. So it'll be attached to that 36 months financing. So 450, let me see. Let me go back downstairs. I should have never left the phone because I'm getting lightheaded coming up and down the steps. I got a video, an amazing video for you guys. I drove 6.5 miles, well, 5.1 miles to do it, but 6 because I was further away. I would say like 7 because I was further away from the destination. So let's look at this. So 450 divided by 36, you would pay an extra $12.50. So if you're paying 115, you would pay $12.50 extra. Your bill would be 127.50. Okay, because they're not just going to charge it on your next bill, the whole $450. They're going to break it down in installments, and that way, the FCC, when the FCC tries to come over and find T-Mobile, well, at least we're making it where they're just paying an extra $10. What's that extra $10? So people, we get mad about the increases with the taxes and the surcharges. This is worse than a tax and a surcharge because you're going to be paying extra on every bill plus the taxes and fees. So it's going to be a complete shit show. A complete shit show. Okay, guys. So make sure you smash this like button so this will reach more people. Um, keep supporting your boy. I'm glad you guys are still supporting me because, like I said, Gemini has nothing to do with board of directors choosing to replace human beings with AI. Always keep that in mind. You know, this has nothing to do with Gemini. This has nothing to do with ChatGPT, and this sure as hell has nothing to do with Grok, another AI. They're all AIs on your phone. They're not taking people's jobs. Okay. Nobody had a job in Yahoo Messenger. Nobody had a job in Yahoo Search. Nobody had a job with Google Search. So it's not taking nobody's jobs. Okay? And I appreciate all the people that are showing me love and support over there on Reddit. Appreciate you guys, especially on the Reddit Cell Mapper account. Love you guys. Appreciate the love. Like I said, you should never dislike somebody because somebody else dislikes them. Just get to know the person, and then if you have a valid reason to dislike that person, then you do. Okay? But always make up your own mind. Take care. God bless and be safe. Turn on that bell notification so you never miss out on my content. And later on today, I will have a panel. Hopefully, I could get, Mike, John, Christian, that's right now in the comment section, Sneed. I'm going to even send an invitation to Carlos so he can hop on the live stream if he's not busy. So we're going to have a huge panel. I could have up to 10 people on this live stream using StreamYard. And I want to hear everybody's point of view on this subject. So that's why I'm not dragging it on like I did yesterday for an hour or two. Okay, guys? So take care. God bless and be safe. Thank you so much for your love and support. Keep supporting your boy. If you want to share that video of what T-Mobile did on your social medias, it's fine with me. Share the video on your social medias concerning T-Mobile's, you know, APR. That the APR is zero interest. At one point, you're going to have to pay interest on the amount of financing you owe T-Mobile. And I hope this doesn't influence the other companies to do this. Okay, that's my biggest problem here. Okay, that's my biggest stress. Even though I said you can't stress over things you don't have control over, but when a company sees another company getting away with something, they want to try it too. And I just want to say, AT&T and Verizon, please don't do this shit. You are gonna lose more customers than I don't know what. Because if AT&T and Verizon do this, I'll cancel my Verizon line. I'm not joking. I will cancel it and just stay with Total. I don't care. You know, we speak with our wallets. Okay, by you leaving postpaid and going to prepaid, you're hurting the pockets of these board of directors, and that's how you get back at them. So I'm pretty sure, I'm just throwing this out there. I just don't want AT&T and Verizon getting no damn ideas. Okay, you guys at the board of directors over there, you know, stay doing it good like you guys been doing it. Verizon reported great earnings. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Don't follow T-Mobile's footsteps. T-Mobile's not doing a good thing by trying to charge people interest on a finance. All right, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Take care. God bless and be safe. You already, guys, and thank you so much for your support and watching. Deuces.